We're ready.
Baby mama drama.
But you're the baby mama.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about my first baby daddy's third baby mama.
The life you live when you don't put God first.
Bye.
What's up? I'm Z.
Actually, I'm Z.
I was Z first.
I'm the cooler Z.
No, you're not.
So it really doesn't matter.
No,
the smarter Z. The cuter Z.
Oh my gosh.
The funnier Z.
What are you? Are we
the real Z?
This episode's
and we're
about
here
lies?
to spill some tea. And if you don't want to hear our tea, then DeuceZ.
DeuceZ, the name of the show. Let's get into the tea, but the truthful tea, not whatever she was on.
I don't have a topic. I lied. I'm just kidding. I do. I have a couple things I want to talk about.
Didn't have a topic last week. You still like that Mormon wife stuff.
That was a real topic for me. I don't appreciate you. Did you watch at least one episode?
Of not. No, ma'am. What in the world?
Come on. I think I sent it to you, and that'll be a quick way to find it. But first, let's start with a little Diddy update.
There we go. There's a thumbnail.
Which is probably an update after this update, but I think this update's important to talk about.
I didn't think the prosecution team was doing a good job at proving how this was a RICO. You might have spoke too soon. Okay? Because the testifying on the stand today went kind of stupid. For those of you who don't know, Capricorn Clark took the stand today. Capricorn is one of Diddy's long-standing former employees. She worked for him from about 2004 to about 2020. She testified to being a direct witness to things like kidnapping, threats to her life and other people's lives, and all sorts of other organized crime. Well, also, if you want the full breakdown, make sure you go to my YouTube channel where I'll be talking about it.
I'll go to his YouTube channel.
At Capricorn's apartment with a gun in his hand, looking disheveled, yelling at her about her knowing and telling her that they were going to Kid Cudi's house to unalive him. Now, Capricorn is saying that she did not want to go, but Diddy didn't leave her with much of a choice because he came there with a weapon in his hand. And then on the car ride there was a driver who was a security guard, Diddy and Capricorn, and Diddy went from having the weapon in his waistband to having it on his lap the entire car ride. Now, remember, when Kid Cudi testified, he said that Capricorn Clark was the one that let them know that Diddy was inside his house while she was waiting in the car. Well, Capricorn said that while she was talking to Cassie on the burner phone that she helped get Cassie, Diddy came back out to the car, asked her who she was talking to, called the number back, and realized that it was Cassie on the other line, and then went off on Capricorn Clark. Some outlets have even been saying that in her testimony, she said that they actually got into a high-speed chase with Kid Cudi, and Kid Cudi was able to lose them, and that's when Kid Cudi decided to go home and call the police. Now, if that wasn't enough to show organized crime, she also testified that when Diddy found out that she had some sort of connection to Suge Knight, that he and another bodyguard took her to Central Park and told her that that could cause her to lose her life. Okay.
Just skip.
And another important detail is that at some point he made her take a lie detector test. And Capricorn asked him, well, what happens if I fail the lie detector test? And he said that she could end up in the East River. Okay.
So, I mean, what?
How does this guy know that? He saw that from The Breakfast Club or something like that? Where he gets update from?
That's not what we're talking about. We'll talk about that offline.
How do we know that this is...
He's credible.
Well, I mean, that's it, right?
I mean...
Done? Do we need the other 5 weeks or whatever?
Right.
I mean, if the defense doesn't poke holes or whatever in her story or credibility, it's like, well, and there you have it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think I heard they're about to rest. Maybe that's why they're about to rest, because they're like, yep, and yep.
And scene. Do we think Capricorn is her born name?
No, I heard that it's really hush hush, and they were like really protecting her identity. And probably the only way she would testify is maybe she was promised these things, and after this trial, she's gonna move to like Europe or something like that. Because I mean, if allegedly Diddy's people, which are alleged, but probably a thing, official people, then the fans are probably gonna be like doxing her and stuff like that, because that's the time that we live in. That's the time that we live in.
I think that's actually insane. The fact that she worked for him from 2004 to 2020, and you're only talking right now because you were subpoenaed. I don't know. It's questionable.
So you're saying she was in on it?
No. I don't doubt that she was afraid for her life, but girl, what?
People fear losing their job, let alone their life. That's why I say he skipped right through benefits, right from jobs, said you might lose your life. Like, dang, what about, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to just elevate. You just want to go straight to the thing. Like, well, will my policy still pay out, boss? Or, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
I'm excited to see how it all plays out and what the verdict is. It's also trending right now that Trump is open to the idea of pardoning Diddy. I watched the clip. I don't necessarily feel like that's what he was saying.
Does Trump even know who Diddy is? What was the clip? Do you have the clip queued up?
He started talking about himself.
I didn't even know anything about this. He was like, well, yeah, if I pardon Diddy, then I'll be able to pardon myself. Isn't he already pardoned though?
It just, I don't know. People were like, I was seeing the retweets. They're like, oh, what? Mark my words. Trump's going to pardon Diddy. And one post was like,
was Trump ever at a white party?
I believe so. There's pictures. And one post was like, Trump refusing to say he won't pardon Diddy. Right?
That's how people.
And I'm like,
that's how people caption it.
Back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy
he has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble. Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up from what I read. I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden.
Answer the question, Don.
It's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things.
He's
I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Lies.
So
that's how Trump answers. That's how Trump answers questions.
Trump might pardon Diddy. Is that how you would translate that?
I mean, I don't know if I would translate it into that. I mean, but he might not necessarily based on that answer, but just based on him being Trump. Like, he'll pardon whoever's gonna like scratch his back, I think. And I think that was a Trump answer.
It was a very, very, very much a Trump answer.
It was all like,
which is why people who are like pissed, I'm like, well, that was very much a Trump answer.
People be getting upset because I have expectations. I think people should like be living like them and thinking like them. And it's all like, bro, have you not been watching this man?
And then like the way people report things, Trump doesn't rule out pardoning Diddy with the quote, "He used to really like me a lot." Like, what? I mean,
of course,
media, ladies and gentlemen, because what? Anyway, moving on. One more hot take before I get to the meat and potatoes. I was going to say meat and butter. Anyway.
Watch, it's going to be like
J-Lo hosted the AMAs. First of all, did you hear about this? Did you know this was
AMAs
happening?
is the
American
Music Awards.
She hosted it.
Is she American? No, I'm kidding.
Anything for Salinas.
Trump let her do that? No, I'm kidding.
She hosted it.
Did she sing and dance?
Yo.
And she was like, from the black.
Let me show you this clip. When I watch her whole performance, I see the vision and I get what she was trying to do when I watch the whole performance. But still.
What's she wearing? Hey.
Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
First off,
wait, what?
How old is moving like that, bro? I think this is dope.
You think that's dope?
I think that was dope. I just want to point out
her
some
outfit was
things.
not the right choice.
Yeah, but that's how they all be just like that. I feel like J-Lo is, personally for me, J-Lo is body goals, like the stomach part.
Well, yeah.
Not all the female parts.
She's always
I'm a
been
man.
fit.
But it's like, dude, how old is she? 50, 60? She ain't not that much older. Well, no, I'm 40. So she's like 60.
Yeah,
either 60 or close
60.
to it. And look, and that's how she's moving. Like, she got no joint pain. She was in heels doing all that, kicking stuff like that. Like, I think that was, and she incorporated things from like generations that have nothing to do with her. I feel like that was maybe it's because I'm older. But I feel like
you got to watch the whole performance. It's American Music Awards, so she's her.
That was fine.
That's why I said when I watched the performance as a whole.
So she had that was like the hip hop part.
She whatever songs have been popping this year, she did a medley of everything. But she has a history of doing this at the AMAs. I guess I didn't realize that either. But when I watched the performance
do you see
as a
something
whole,
cringe with that?
Hold on. When I watched the performance as a whole, I was like, I get what she's trying to do. And I see it. I see it.
I like that part right there.
That's
how you get uncanceled. They're like, forget about that movie.
It was weird. Section.
What was weird?
I want to know who her choreographer was actually, because I'm disappointed.
What more do you think she should have did?
That was not good.
Well, I wasn't looking at the other dancers. I mean, what was wrong with it?
And I don't like the body. I feel like the bodysuit's something.
Okay, yeah, the bodysuit was
like
ridiculous.
That part was
I don't understand. Is that like supposed to be like Eve in the garden or something like that?
I don't know, but that part was not giving.
But the women.
But here's
singers,
what led me to even look
their
up her
outfits
video.
Ever really be? It be all like, why? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I will say Beyonce's outfits are normally relevant to her performances.
That's what I was thinking about. But like, still, what I'm talking about relevance to performances and stuff. Like, what is that? Like, what?
And I get it. Well, you're on a stage, right? So you think it's just like when someone's in a dance troupe, even the men are wearing like that bright blush because you need the so they can see in the back. But I don't know. Here, let me show you the video that led me to click on to find the original.
People were saying.
Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. They not like us.
And I was like, what? So let me go watch it.
See, you were tainted.
And then I was like, but wait, because why it kind of looked like that?
You were tainted by, it looked like that like a little bit.
See?
But it was like, she made it seem like she was a kangaroo girl. Over there, man. What's her name?
And somebody absolutely posted that in the comments.
That's somebody probably just posted a gift for that.
Yeah.
It was all like.
They posted her all twisted up.
I feel like, again, this is Jenny from the Block. I feel like anybody that grew up watching In Living Color and knows J-Lo before she was J-Lo, when she was Jenny from the Block, when she was a fly girl, is going to watch that and be all like, oh, she still got it. Without even seeing the rest of the performance. That was like, yo, I don't know. She might have been freestyling that. I don't even know if that was choreographed.
That was absolutely choreographed.
Her part.
Yes.
Her part might have been just freestyle.
It was absolutely.
She might have been like, I'm going to take him back
on her TikTok, she's been posting rehearsal footage next to her footage. Anyways, it could have been better. She did have a Latin breakdown. Nailed it. Killed it. Amazing. But whatever. Wow. Meat and potatoes. Let's get to it because I got to go soon.
The Latin
I wanna
part she was
talk
really good
about
at.
this generation and how a lot of people feel like the way we were raised, we respect our elders because the way we were raised. I feel like now people are like, respect is earned. Like, I don't care who you are. And okay, let me play the clip. I sent this to you. I don't know if you watched it.
I bet you that. I stay here. I give you something. What you gonna give me back? I give you something. No damn. Hey, you might be older than me, but I'm older too. But you ain't gonna talk to me all kind of way. She going to the prom. Well, she can go. I ain't gonna up. Honey, you got me fucked up. I can't. You got me fucked up. I'm sorry, but you got me fucked up. Okay, what he at then? Oh, he doing chores. What you mean he doing chores? Well, we got this dress. We paid $800 and some dollars for this dress, and she going to prom. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You paid $1,000 for it. I told you. Didn't I tell Jakarta you weren't going to no prom? No. I did when you was in that room. I told you you're not going to the prom. I did tell him that. But I can't go if he don't go because I'm in 9th grade. I'm a freshman. Well, you got to get somebody else to carry you. Then they'll go. You ain't going. Oh no, it's too late, baby. It's too late. I'm sorry, it's too late. She going to the prom. Well, you got somebody else I can talk to besides you because I ain't getting nowhere with you. Oh, that's my boy. Because that's your boy. That's my boy. And this my daughter. And I spent my money. And my son is not going. She going to the prom. I tell you what, you put it on. You go then, damn it. He ain't going. Okay. He ain't going. Okay. Okay. We gonna see about that. Yeah, we gonna see about that. I told you that. When you was in my damn room, I don't pay no stuff like that. About it. And I punched Jakarta. One thing about it. One thing about it, Miss Patsy, honey. One thing about it. She is going to the prom. And she told me that ain't nothing went on that day. And I believe my child. Ain't nothing went on that day. Honey, so why you trying to stop me? No, the whole band was tore up. She is not old enough to go to the prom. He asked her to go. What y'all learned? I made a 90 on the test we had the next day. I don't know what he made, but we was studying the whole time. Jakarta flunking. That's how I know y'all was studying shit. Okay, let me tell you. No, she's not going to the prom. When I caught them in that room, that bed was tore up. I told Jakarta he wasn't going to no prom. She said she went out and bought a dress. She better put it on herself, but Jakarta ain't going. When did that boy go to the prom? He's not going to no damn prom. Did you actually see them doing something? I see the evidence. What evidence? The bed was tore up. Mama, come on, mama. The bed was tore up.
Were they closed all the way on?
What color is your doing? Pink. Oh, mama, let him go to the prom. He can go, but he won't go this year. Don't worry about it. You know what? You a mess. I damn sure get it. Wait a minute.
Oh, so she crying?
That's wrong.
Nobody care about them tears.
You better be glad. You better be glad that I got one arm. Wait, I can use both of them on your ass. You can't. Mama, you're here bossing that baby. Don't see that because I'm here. Stop. But she crying though. But she crying. Don't stop looking at her. I'm sorry she crying, but I told her when she was back in that room. So you want to reimburse my money back or something? No, because I didn't back him. Okay, so your son's supposed to be taking her to the prom. She's not old enough to go to the prom. He asked her. Mom. Yeah, but he ain't got his suit. I ain't back. Oh, you gonna just let the little girl cry like that? Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I wish it was the way I could sue you. You can get what you got.
Oh my God.
You gonna get something. You gonna get
everything you did.
I tell you one thing. Remember this. I see you again. Yeah, I see you again. I promise I see you again. I bet you did.
In front of your child.
So here's what.
First off,
the caption says.
You remember Grandmama Mary? Dad's mom?
Yes.
Detroit?
Yes.
The whole time I was hearing her talk, I was like, you sound like Grandma.
Here's what the caption says. Grandma changed her mind about her grandson going to prom after the young lady purchased her prom dress, $800 down the drain. And what you just heard was the mama going to the house, discussing with the grandmama, who's, you can hear the age difference in just their voices.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I understand the frustration. First of all, if my daughter is a freshman and gets invited to prom, I don't know if I'm even going to let her go. But if I did,
we're questioning.
I ain't going to buy an $800 dress when it ain't even her prom. That's crazy in itself.
And even if she did, these are children. So just because you made a decision for your child and the other person made a decision for their child, you can't control nobody else's household. So let alone the age gap and the respect thing like that. Like, bruh, I said he wasn't going. So he ain't going. It's a prom. What you doing? getting $800 dress.
$800
And it's
dress.
freshman, she gonna have like 3 more other
right.
years to, you know what I'm talking about? So like, what? You don't be mad at me because you made that decision, and you
It's
try to,
crazy.
and now you're gonna try to like force my decision. Like, now what's the message that you sending? And they're like, oh, she crying, and it's all like, if that's the way her mama talking to her, then she probably would be talking the same way. If they was caught in a situation, sound like she caught him in the room and was all like, y'all ain't here being fast, y'all ain't going to no dance. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was probably like, what nobody doing that? She probably was acting like that. And then now she's sitting here crying, and it's all like, what does that mean? I just said, my boy ain't going. That's called parenting. There was something that happened, there was a consequence. Or not, he lived there. That's it. That's it. That's
When the thing, it sounds like when it happened, she said he wasn't going.
Yeah.
And low
like,
key, maybe they was on some, nah, I'm going to get to, or whatever.
Like, no, it's prom. She's not going to let you go to prom.
Just get your dress, you know? I'm just like.
The point is that these are kids. You the parent. You should have made better decisions, though, for first off. And then to go over there and be all like, I can get you say, oh, I'll go talk to her and I'll see, like, hey, maybe just this once, parent to parent, you know, guardian to guardian, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to over there and be all like, oh, I'm going to see you again. Over what?
And being like, you got me effed up. And like, all on that lady porch in her face like that.
Okay, there's so many things wrong with that scenario. That's not even your house. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not your child. You see, the boy ain't showed up nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere. He ain't pop out nowhere. Exactly. So it's all like, this is how I run my household. You ain't gonna come here and do nothing. Cause are they dating? What's the age difference?
That's what I was wondering.
He must be a junior. If she can't get in, it must be it has to be upperclassman dance.
Yeah.
So yeah. Why are we even, you know what I'm talking about? Why you even let your daughter talk to an upperclassman bro? Like, come on now.
Oh, hello.
Come on now.
My daughter's first day of school.
And they was caught in the room. Bed was messed up.
Her first day of school. I said, no upperclassmen. She said, what does that mean? I said, no juniors, no seniors. If they like you, they in your face. Oh, well, turn the other way. No play.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, the first week of school, some junior was trying to, she won't even talk to a sophomore though. So, you know, but I'm just like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And the grandma ain't stupid. She like, I know what I seen. I know what the bed looked like before y'all was in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Why they was even behind a closed door.
Boys in the hood. When he was like, the grandma came, she could smell sex in the air, even though the story was fake. Spoiler alert. Yeah. That's how it was. She was all like, it smelled like, but this was it, Badussy?
Yes.
She was all like, what's that? Yeah, exactly. She knows her child. Mm-hmm. And she knows that she's a freshman. Mm-hmm. And it's all like, look, you can spoil your child all you want, but we ain't spoiling mine over here. He done enough. And I guess like he didn't even pass a test or something like that the next day. There's so many things.
We was studying the whole time. I made a 90 on the test the next day. Well, your guy flunked. So
he was like, he can go, just not this year.
I know. He can go to prom.
Let's go, Granny. Let's go. Being consistent and standing firm and having standards. Like, bro, you can't talk to that girl no more. Look where she come from. No, we ain't doing that.
And I wonder why the mama can't take the dress back.
It looks like it was specific made. Like,
that's crazy in itself.
Yeah, just use it for the next year.
Being on her porch talking crazy, the fact that she's old enough to be that lady's mama and she was talking to her crazy, all that aside, the fact that her daughter was a freshman that got invited to prom, not even her prom, and she went and got an $800 custom, like that's insanity. So that's what she get, in my opinion. That's what you get.
I feel like she must be able to afford that though. To be even able to do that, like, oh, I wish I could sue you and all that stuff. It's all like, because if she did get a 90, then it's probably like she getting good grades and she can get rewarded with those things, which is fine. But it's like the way she was acting, I feel like is the biggest thing. Like, even if she said everything she said, just more respectfully and just kept it chill, kept it calm, like, yo, like, listen, like, please. Like, come on, I spent $800 on the dress. And that's all like, I ain't spent that. You're right. I just want them to be able to have this moment in memory and da. But one parent, it seems like, was focused on this one moment And the other one was focused on the life lesson.
And also, why she wait till the day of the thing?
Because they probably didn't believe it. That's probably calling a bluff. Like, you ready? She hung up the phone. She not gonna let him go.
Which is crazy. Why you wouldn't be trying to negotiate with this lady before then?
Probably because she didn't believe it. Probably because she's like, I'm gonna say this. Like, you know how the parents be saying stuff and like don't be meaning it? Like, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been that kind of parent. And I've been over, I ain't gonna say over, I don't think it's overkill, but I'm all like, listen, if I say you can have some ice cream, if I say we're going to get ice cream, then we're going to get ice cream or we're going to die trying because I said it. So now if I come back to you and I'm all like, have I ever like, not like, I don't want you lying to me because I don't lie to you. Like, I keep it real with you. So I want that same thing. Otherwise I can't say that. And I feel like you're making a precedent of, well, they said this, but it's not what they really meant.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, you can't say that about dad. You cannot say that about dad. So if I'm like, can I get this? I'm all like, it depends on what I see you eat. If I deem it necessary, then we can. That's how I answer questions. Because I say what I mean. And I ain't going to be all like, oh, maybe. Why is it maybe? Because it depends on A, B, and C.
Yeah. I just thought that was crazy. And then also just the generational thing. I do see that a lot in this generation of, respect is earned. Did it? And I feel like,
I agree, respect is earned, but you give respect first. Like,
right. That's what I was trying to come around to. There's no reason for you to, walk around stank and act like that. And I think that conversation could have went different. Granted, I didn't see beforehand, but I don't think that mom came in with the energy of trying to be calm. I think she came in on some, what you mean you not going? Let's go. That's what I feel like she came in on. But also, I want to know who was recording and just standing there recording that clip. Obviously it wasn't Jakari. So who was standing there recording that back and forth?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Because they was giving us the full on her, like full cameraman.
The person
action.
that came up was all like, excuse me, I ain't want no parts of this. Oh, you're not gonna let him go? Just let him go.
Ma, just let him go.
Like,
that's the energy that the lady should have came with. Anywho.
That reminds me of Aunt Christelle. When Aunt Christelle said no, it was no. No matter what. She was like, I already told you no. I don't know why you. And I modeled off of that. Like, yep, consistent. She was consistent when she gave an answer. That's all like, dang it. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Peggy. I can finesse. Like, please. Sean Christelle. Stone cold. Nope. I already said it. I got this planned up. Nah. And yeah, that's what I felt. I was gonna say something else. What was I gonna say? I can't think about what I was gonna say. We was talking about it. Getting smart, the respect thing. Yeah, but I felt like even if it didn't start there, like at any point, you can like prevent it or still. Oh, I was gonna say that communication is a thing too. It's all like, hey, I felt like you're coming in hot. Like, can we bring it down?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You can say that because I was saying this to your daughter. She said I was being a hater and being negative. I'm like, what's being a hater and being negative? Why? Like, don't be just saying that because you disagree with what I'm saying. But just say that. Say, hey, I disagree with what you're saying because I'm not a hater. Like in real life. So like, don't be attacking my character. For y'all listening, the other Z just did a look.
The real Z.
This isn't the live
just
episode.
Did a look.
And but that's the thing. Now,
and
obviously,
the hating Z. No. Just kidding.
She probably didn't mean like that, but like for me, I'm all like, whoa. Ain't nobody hating over here. I don't deal with negativity. I'm just saying what's true.
Hatery shit, hollery shit in this dancery.
It was a bunch of holleration.
Yeah.
And wasn't no dancery.
Right. I know her and Jakari broke up.
What'd you say?
I said I know her and Jakari broke up.
Sound like they was never together. He got with his real girlfriend.
Crazy. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I have to go work, so go follow us. Do you have anything else to say? Okay. Go follow us on all the socials: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, TikTok. And we're available on all podcast platforms. Okay. Any questions? Got it?
As long as you paid the bill.
Very good. And on that note, should we say
Deuces. The others need to get better topics.
Shut up.